Good day and welcome to the Plantland Garden Buddy series, where we're going to show you so much tricks on how to make gardening much easier and so much more fun. Let's hear what our garden buddies have in store for us.
Welcome at another episode of the Plantland Garden Buddy series. We all had that question, do I landscape or don't I landscape? But today we're going to teach you some tips and tricks which Jimmy is going to give us that he learned over the years from Plantland's customers on how you can do easy landscaping that's affordable and easy for you to implement. So, welcome Jimmy.
Thank you.
And thank you that you're sharing your tips with us today. So let's start. I've just moved into a garden. I want to start gardening, but where do I start?
So Yolandi, it's easy. The word landscaping is a big, negative, expensive word. But if you break it up in small particles, it's actually so amazing and so easy to do. And yet, Plantland, we have so much varieties for you to make that dream come true. So first of all, you need to start and you need to say to yourself, a garden needs to be what you want it to be. So if you don't have enough time to spend in your garden, don't do a garden that is really taking a lot of time. Make an effortless, easy garden.
So it needs to fit into your lifestyle.
It needs to fit into your lifestyle. So very easy is a normal white and blue garden. It is really trendy, it is really fashionable, and it looks spectacular all over the place. And that is iceberg rose. That is really so easy. You just pop it in, not a lot of fuss, not a lot of work on it. And then salvia mystic spice. Guys, this salvia is flowering literally for 12 months of the year. So just imagine, you don't have to do anything and it just keeps on flowering. And then, very important, because everyone of us is moving in and our neighbors is actually moving closer and closer, and our spaces is getting smaller, and that's where a hedge like a viburnum hedge is really important. And that is just for a little bit of privacy, or you have a corner in your garden that you just want an ugly corner or whatever, and you just want to hide something, then a viburnum is really easy. So guys, it's so easy as just pop and play with blue and white with this too.
So what I gather, Jimmy, is that this is quite a low maintenance landscape garden.
Yes, it's very low maintenance. Then if you wanted a little bit more higher maintenance, you can go for a little bit more of the color stuff that you need to prune a little bit more and whatever. But Yolandi, it's very important to always remember, if you feed your garden right, then it's not a lot of work. So just make sure that you feed your garden every 4 to 6 weeks and it will just flourish.
And you would suggest a general fertilizer then?
General fertilizer to start with, and then as your expertise is growing, then you can go for a little bit more expertise.
Good. And tell me, if for instance I was not a flowery type of person, what other landscapes would you suggest if I would like to rather use pebbles or pots?
So then we do hard landscaping. So hard landscaping is always something that's also really easy to do. Always remember, when you do something like stepping stones and pebbles, it's very important to have your weed guard, because otherwise you're going to get weeds like you can't believe it. So make sure, it's a very, very important tip, to make sure that you have your weed guard and then put your pebbles and your stepping stones on top with it. And then you can also do some pots. You can do some water features. So there's so much things that you can do, and it's really so easy. You don't need a builder to put in your stepping stones. You just basically have a pathway, put your weed guard, put your stepping stones and put your pebbles around it, and there you have it.
Okay, so now I started with my flowery garden. One half and the other half is hard landscaping, but now I'm feeling a little bit more, I have it, I've got this, I need to take it to the next step. So if I want to start building out my garden and adding more features like a tree or something, is that something that you suggest in a small garden?
Yes, so a tree is always very important, because they say to plant a tree is to believe in tomorrow, and I think that's what all of us as South Africans is doing. We really believe in a good tomorrow for all of us. So, and then also for the oxygen. So every garden needs to have a tree. There's so much small garden trees that's really great for small gardens. It's not growing so much. It's the roots is not lifting up the paving and whatever. And there we have Nuxia floribunda. That's a fantastic tree for small gardens. And yes, when you have a tree, then you must imagine. So one day you must go and sit underneath your tree with a nice bench, and then in the shade with your reading, your book, and have a nice read, and then all of this amazing garden around it. So when planting a tree, plant it in such space that you know that one day you'll love to sit there and you'll have enough space.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jimmy. It makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you as well. If you have any other questions about landscaping, hard or soft, with flowers or not, please contact us at Plantland and we're ready to help you.
Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you've learned some nice tips and tricks. There's so much more that we've done, and if you missed anything, please go and see, like and share, and we hope you enjoy your garden. Bye!